Welcome to this training video on safety management systems for occupational safety and health professionals. Nearly 30 workers are injured every minute of the work week. Between 15 and 17 people die each day at work. Workplace injuries cost society $171 billion a year as of 2019. Indirect costs of injuries may cost employers 20 times more than direct costs.
This incident could have been really serious if the circumstances were even a little bit different. It feels like a major incident is bound to happen sooner or later. I'm frustrated. We seem to be trapped in a vicious cycle that always leads us back to the status quo. It's like we put bandages on problems instead of fixing the deeper issues in our processes, so the same issues keep popping up. We're responding to one thing after another, but I don't feel like the organization is making lasting changes.
So when incidents like this happen, it feels like something fell through the cracks. There's a rush of activity, some of it good, but some seems like overreaction. Are we getting to the underlying problems, or are we just putting band-aids on symptoms? I really don't know. Gradually, the commitment to activity dies down, and everything goes back to the old normal until there's another incident or close call. Nothing changes. It's like there are a bunch of different agendas out there for safety and health, but we workers, we end up getting blamed for incidents and safety issues, which is frustrating. Many of us don't report incidents or concerns because of fear. In the end, I think management likes to talk about safety more than actually protecting workers.
We've had some injuries. Most aren't too severe, and thankfully no fatalities, but we don't seem to move forward or get any better. We investigate incidents like this every time, but I wish our safety program could prevent these events from happening.
On paper, we've got a good program. Our incident rate, it's about average for organizations doing similar work. This was just a minor incident, but even with this one, we had a few injuries and some property damage. Every incident like this has direct and indirect costs. I'm afraid a major incident could occur sometime. I wish our programs were stronger.
Perspectives like these may sound familiar to anyone who works in safety. For many organizations, safety often looks good on paper, but the reality is different. The reality includes gaps that could lead to negative outcomes that can be minor or severe. In these voices, we hear frustration and fear, as well as the desire to improve and a willingness to contribute. So, what is missing? In this video, we explain how gaps in safety arise. We discuss how safety management systems are an important and practical solution to address this issue in your organization. And finally, we discuss how you should select and implement a safety management system in your organization. Let's take a deeper look at the inner working of one organization's safety programs to see how gaps develop. The company is a medium-sized manufacturing facility that assembles and paints finished products. The site has many activities and functions within its safety program, but they are not interconnected. They work in isolation. Some important activities or functions may not exist or are performing poorly. In addition, the organization itself is fragmented into silos, so safety is seen as the responsibility of the safety department. Operations personnel are rarely involved in the planning and design of safety and have no sense of ownership in them. Unknowingly, each function is optimizing its performance at the expense of the others, which undermines the overall organizational performance. This is not a unique scenario. Many companies operate in silos. But operational silos reduce performance quality and create process inefficiencies and safety issues. Let's look at one of the projects underway at this manufacturing facility. The company plans to install new painting equipment, but each department and function has different concerns and goals. Contractors are assessing the ease of installing and locating utilities and piping systems. The safety department is reviewing ventilation, paint toxicity, operator ergonomics, automation safety and fire prevention, among many topics. Production personnel are concerned about paint quality, production capacity and speed, as well as the ability to change paint colors quickly. The quality group is assessing air quality and contaminants, paint quality, and cleanliness of paint booths. And the maintenance crew is meeting about ease of access to change filters, troubleshoot, and repair equipment. Think about conflicts that would arise from a project like this in an organization with operational silos. To align objectives, an organization needs a collaborative process through which departments and functions can share ideas, learn from each other, and work together to address conflicting goals. This shift from the finger-pointing and blame created by organizational silos to learning from each other and working together is key to closing safety gaps and improving your organization's safety management system. This brings us to safety management systems and the systems approach. A safety management system, or SMS, offers many benefits to your organization. An SMS more formally connects many interdependent processes that your organization relies on to proactively identify and control risk. The goal of a safety management system is to maximize performance by integrating all parts of the organization and establishing missing functions. This kind of integration closes gaps in health and safety to protect its employees and often contractors and the general public. In addition, a safety and health management system can help your organization improve product quality, improve worker morale, achieve better compliance with laws and regulations, present a more positive public image, prevent property damage, lower business interruption costs, reduce lost workdays, and minimize worker turnover. In order to implement an effective safety management system, organizations must align themselves with 3 key SMS principles. First is a shift from looking at the parts of the system in isolation to viewing the system as a whole. We often look at a violation, a worker's behavior, or a condition such as a defective part in isolation. But when we do, we lose sight of the system that creates or allows those outcomes. When an organization does not look at the broader factors, it often blames workers and never identifies or examines organizational or process deficiencies. By taking a systems approach, your organization can look at the containing whole. The containing whole encompasses factors that influence or cause undesirable events, actions, or conditions. They may be outputs of other processes, resource constraints, inadequate staffing, process deficiencies, and so on. Second, safety performance is the product of the interaction of its parts, not the sum of its parts. Ultimately, the quality of interactions determines performance. This means that your organization's overall safety performance is the product of the interactions between leadership, safety, operations, contractors, procurement, and other key functions your organization may have. An organization may have all these functions, but they may not be well integrated, leaving safety isolated, disconnected, and seen as the responsibility of the safety team alone. Let's go back to the manufacturing facility to see how the quality of interactions determines performance. Let's say they want to investigate an incident. The quality of the investigation is dependent on the investigator's competence, which is an interaction between safety personnel and leadership, the time and resources available to investigate the incident, which is dependent on leadership, operations, and safety working together, and the level of worker participation, which requires operations, leadership, and safety working together. These factors are determined by leadership. If your organization's leadership team uses a systems approach, they will, for example, allow time to shut down a machine during an investigation without pressure to meet normal production numbers. Such an approach fosters quality interactions that lead to better performance. The third key principle needed to implement a safety management system is collaboration. To improve processes and systems, you will need to break down operational silos so that each function or department is not working independently to optimize its own performance. For example, purchasing meeting its goals by purchasing cheap tooling that results in quality and safety issues. Or engineering developing an efficient process while ignoring the ergonomic risk associated with its use. Or safety creating procedures that are unworkable from a quality or production point of view. Through collaboration, each function or department can better consider the impact of their actions on others, learn from each other, and work together. Evidence also suggests that implementing an SMS can increase worker participation in safety efforts. Frontline workers have critical knowledge and hands-on understanding of how work is actually performed, particularly with respect to issues such as process variations, performance conflicts, and resource constraints. Their participation can improve quality, reduce operations issues, and generate broader ownership of workplace safety efforts. So let's summarize the 3 important principles that are needed to implement a safety management system. 1. View the system as a whole. 2. Focus on safety performance as the product of interrelated parts. And 3. Collaborate to break down silos. Businesses large and small around the world are realizing the benefits of safety management systems. It's being implemented by a wide array of diverse organizations, from branches of the military to city governments, to private companies to educational institutions, and so on. When you want to implement an SMS, how do you choose between the 2 major standards available? One frequent question relates to the factors an organization should consider when deciding whether to adopt ISO 45001 or ANSI ASSP Z10. Ultimately, it comes down to where your organization does or plans to do business. If your organization plans to seek certification for its occupational health and safety management system, implementing ISO 45001 is your best choice. It is translated into many languages. Consulting support is available in many countries. Many certification bodies exist. On the other hand, if your organization operates primarily in the U.S. and does not plan to seek certification, then ANSI ASSP Z10 is your best option. Z10 is based on established business practices, laws, regulations, labor relations, and safety and health practices in the U.S. One of the most advantageous reasons to implement a safety management system is that it brings repeatability to safety operations. Using either standard will help your organization create an excellent management system and achieve that goal. ASSP provides standards, courses, and other resources that can help you implement the safety management systems defined by these industry-leading standards. Now that you know how organizations around the world are benefiting from the implementation of safety management systems, is it time for your organization to make the commitment?